Hello everyone. This is an intro lesson to position, velocity, and acceleration. Normally just written as PVA. The lesson started with just a definition of acceleration. And what I got from the kids was that this is a change of speed. Basically, the equation of that, which may be rewritten as, now both of these you've seen in physics. The reference table had this version in it, but I had you people fix it to this one. One other thing I went into from here was that even this isn't really the final form. See over here, the time kind of says that, okay, it took maybe 8 seconds for it to happen, or 12 seconds, or 20, or however much time in the question. But what if you were told that this acceleration happened between the 10-second and the 15-second mark? Then it makes sense to have an initial time of 10 to a final time of 15, making the bottom of 5. And then you put in the VI, the VF, calculate it, and it gives you the acceleration. Basically, if your velocity started from 4, went up to 8, from a time of 10 to 15, what you're basically doing is the 8 minus the 4 divided by the 15, take away the 10, which you may even see as slope. So the first new thing in that lesson was that the slope of the velocity equation is acceleration, and slope, which is a rate of change, is just another name for derivative at that point. So the first thing in that lesson was about speed, or rather velocity, being the derivative of distance, and then acceleration being the derivative of that velocity, or a double derivative of the distance. Then from there I gave out this notes paper, which is the fourth page in the notes. Looking at this, and I'm just going to quickly just talk through it. The initial understanding for each of the terms was that position is just basically your location. Velocity, that's basically your speed, and acceleration is just a change of speed. That's what people had before coming in, which makes sense. But now these definitions will be revised a little bit, given a little more meaning to them. So position, it's now going to be modeled by a function. I'm just going to call it x of t, and it's going to represent any kind of movable object that can move anywhere in one direction. That direction could be moving this way in the positive, or moving back towards the other way. Velocity a word that wasn't really used much in physics. I would rather use speed instead. It represents the rate of change for position, how quickly position changes, and is a derivative of the distance function. Acceleration, which was just talked about a while ago, is the rate of change of the velocity, how quickly the velocity changes, and so it's a derivative of the velocity function, or the double derivative of the position function.